Hello everybody and welcome to this first build stream of a Gecko. First things first, if you don't know what's going on or didn't read the description, this is the first blaster for my Patron pick series where people who support me over on my Patreon, there's a link in the description, get to vote on what blaster I build and kind of some of the general aesthetics. And eventually these build streams are I'll probably end up doing kind of design streams over on my Patreon so that my viewers have some say in what I do, and that keeps this kind of fun. That being said, we are doing a Gecko by Adrian. The patrons voted to have it be in my kind of standard black, white, and red color scheme. We've got it nicely printed up, and we've got a hardware kit from Silver Fox Industries. So I'm sure most people know who that is and love their stuff, and they make great stuff. They also do printed kits and full builds of geckos and most blasters over on their site. So we love supporting them. Now I've glanced at these instructions, but I don't really know what I'm doing. So I've got everything like nulled out right now, and I'm sure I'm about to just shove all that to the side. I'm gonna start really quick just to tack this site together. Oh, my spout's not going open. It's fine. Really just need lightest dabs of super glue. Just hold this thing together. Leave that right there to set up. So yeah, one of the things I opted for the little faux dot site because it's cool and it's a very sci-fi futuristic looking, just a nice extra touch there. All right, so yeah, okay, I gotta do the inserts first. So these inserts, the turnaround, so the turnaround, the frame, the slide, plunger head, that piece, and one of, okay, all the rest of these don't have to get, oh yes, and the lever mag release, we'll get to that. I have that fit together just so I don't have to fidget with too many springs on stream. Gosh, I love how quickly this thing heats up. And I don't need it to be that hot. I actually can go colder. So I'm supposed to use a heat equal to my hot end on my printer, so about 200 to 210 degrees Celsius. Yeah, let's set it at 200 and we'll see how it works. That can go as well. Bunch of pieces. So we'll see how they go. Believe, take your inserts, just set them in and then press them in with your soldering iron, I think is all it takes. We are at 200 degrees C. There it goes. Just I have no clue what this music is, to be fully honest. I touch them. That looks right. Yeah, oh, I'm not gonna get a visual. Okay. Yeah, that seems okay. Cool. So So that's one piece. I know this guy just has the one. Let's do that. We're just gonna put in our heat inserts. Okay. Frozen. So I don't know. Is anyone there? I don't know. Is my stream even working? It's a wonderful question. No way. Wi-Fi in here is not the best. Let's see. All right, well, we'll see. So I'm just gonna keep plugging away building this thing. All right, that's isn't this from Cowboy Bebop? I have no clue. Okay. So saying this one, so it was saying on this piece, this is the catch housing rear piece, I think is what it's called. The walls on these two spots for the inserts are a little thin. So I think I'm going to go ahead and put this bit of brass, which is the spring guide, in it. So my soldering iron is pretty thin. Just make sure that those walls don't bust out and compress. Yeah. Anyone talking in chat, so I don't, you know, how do I make this process more interesting for y'all? Because I'm just chilling building a blaster, but so these are the parts where it gets complicated, because this has, I think, 4 inserts. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then this one has 2 at kind of, and I don't quite get how to use this jig. Frankly. And the Thingiverse listing wasn't very helpful. I definitely have spare inserts. I'm just gonna go for it. In worst case, I have to reprint the part. Which I'm just gonna try not to put too much pressure in any particular direction. See if it won't just sit in where the socket is. The print. Yeah? Shall see. I guess I can use it to check the alignment, right? I'm going to take this. Grabs. All right. What do I do? Seems to be threaded in there. I'm gonna say I did okay. What is, why am I getting so much feedback through my headphones? So glad that this is a thing in our hobby where people just will give you some extras, some parts. Captain Slug did it all the time, and Silver Fox Industries, because like, especially with these, I can totally see where if you're not, I mean, even like I am, if you're not practiced or not sure how to put in these inserts, if you mess up a couple, you've got to reprint your whole part, and you're probably not getting your inserts back out once they're in there. But luckily, oh, I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say anything. It's about to jinx these last two insertions. There it goes. And the last one. There it goes. Cool. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think that's all the inserts I have to do. Yeah. This is really just like 8-bit versions of good music. I swear if I still get a copyright strike because of this live stream. Okay, so where to start? We start with the plunger rod. It's a very nice logical spot to start. All right, so we have a rubber plunger head pad. Got a sticky back. That just goes right on there. Oh, come on. Oh, no, that's very... Oh my gosh, did all the adhesive come off? Yeah, no, the adhesive just came off on the plastic. Okay. Well, I have super glue. Well, so this is why you always have something like super glue on hand. Which I know at one point the instructions call for some E6000 or a silicone glue, and I don't have any on hand. So I'm just gonna not glue, when I get to that step, I'm just not gonna glue that part in place. And I will get some E6000 later. Okay, so I'm gonna let that set and I'm gonna come back to it. So my catch-outing. Okay, so I did that. That just pressure fits in there. Just may need some glue to firmly secure the brass. Yeah, that's a little loose. I'll give it a dab. A little dab will do you. All right. Y'all, if there's people talking in chat, I am truly sorry. My phone is being weird. That set up quite nice and quick. Like that. It's a much thinner bead. Okay, and I got my front, of course, orange tip with my 25mm screws. Really? Alright. That seems kind of long, but I'm sure it's just to reinforce the printed part. I know I made fun of the music a bit ago for it just being 8-bit versions of good music, but this is kind of a bop. So, I did make some decisions on this one, mostly because in the future, a lot of these decisions I'll do a live stream on my Patreon, and it'll be a kind of a group. And I just wanted to get it built as a proof of concept on the series. I grabbed the integrated scar barrel files from Thingiverse. Well, man, I think the scar barrel got kicked around somewhere. I just pulled it off the printer. Anyway, and so this front housing is a little different than the standard one. The hole for the barrel might look a little excessive once we get it put together, but it's because it's for a scar barrel that I thought was around here. I don't know. But I printed that in orange because it just kind of friction slides over the barrel. I know, Nick, I keep hearing that and I'm getting it through, but I'm not quite sure what to adjust to fix that right now. I think it's because I've got like 4 things plugged into my laptop, and I'm sure I'm getting just some crosswire jankiness. I'm not quite sure what I can. But no, that didn't help. That didn't help at all. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on. See, I thought it was maybe that. Let me see if it's this. this. Nope, that's still scratching and scratching. Yeah, I really am not sure what to do about the audio. I don't know. I'm still new to this microphone, and so I'm still getting used to how it works. It does work pretty well. Oh. But I don't know where that scratch is going on. But it's what I got for right now. Just what am I talking? Oh no, I have to put in more inserts because inserts go in the end of this, don't they? Yep. Oh, 6 inserts. Maybe they don't actually give you extras. Yeah, I don't know. It's really kind of annoying right now, and could really do without the scratchy, but I'll figure it out eventually. So I need what? 6 inserts? 2, 1 on either side, and then 4 in the front. It might be my soldering iron, amongst other things. Might just be the jumble of wires right there. I'm not sure. Just one thing actually, because right now I'm running my headphones through my microphone. But if I run my headphones through my computer, I can't hear anything. Why can't I hear anything? Oh, because that's... Okay. Interesting. Huh. Did you say you were in... Yes, I am from North Carolina. Will be in North Carolina, or will stay in North Carolina till the end of the summer when I am moving down to South Carolina. You know what? I don't need to hear the music. I'm just gonna do this because it seems to have taken away the scratchiness. I know my audio levels are fine. And do this. How about that? Did that mess up my... That did mess up my audio. Because I need that to go to that. Right? Yeah. Okay. That didn't work. Worth a shot. I shall simply sit here in relative silence. Okay, back to the inserts. Yes, and Nick, I am from Greensboro, absolutely. Yeah, I'm just up the street from you. I'm in Winston-Salem. So maybe we'll run into you at a war. I'm hoping to get to go to some Carolina Nerf Association wars this summer. I know there's one this weekend. I'm not going to make it. I've got a friend's birthday party in Raleigh for this summer. I'm not busy. So I'm hoping to get to a couple. It's looking like I'm not going to make it to End War though, which is a bummer. I was hoping to go to that. I'm still probably going to do some coverage. I've updated my HVZ loadout and stuff since when did I last do a HVZ loadout video? 2020, like 2 years. So probably do some indoor-esque content, but I don't think I'm gonna get to go to the actual event, which stinks. I wish I, here. And my phone stopped keeping up again. What is wrong with you? All right, I think that is finally actually all my inserts in. There's my pad. Is that cured? That seems to be cured, which means I can assemble my plunger rod. Is a 20mm screw. I also, Silver Fox Industries individually packaged and labeled all of the screws by size. And that's really nice. I was not expecting that. I was kind of just expecting the good old grab bag. So I might be trying to order my hardware kits moving forward from Silver Fox. This is nice stuff. Okay, so this has a little wiggle in it. I don't think I'm not gonna get out the wiggle out of it by tightening it down. So I don't think I'm gonna even try. Take one of my two big O-rings, put it on this guy. So I did print the spring space out, and this isn't on that plan. So when that comes out, I'll have done some tuning, and I'll have decided about what performance level I want this blaster to live at. And I will let y'all know. So okay, now it's telling me to put all my O-rings on. Yeah. And one on the turnaround. Okay, slide. And by 30s for these guys. I take my catch housing, which still doesn't have the catch in it. My focus is kind of flighty right now, but that's fine. We're just building a blaster. There ain't nothing complicated going on, except for apparently whatever the fuck my phone, whatever the frick. Want to be kid friendly, I swear. Whatever the. Wow, yeah, the Wi-Fi connection down here is just this bad. I'll have to find. Or I'll just have to not live stream much until I move, which would stink. So I would love to do at least a couple, because it's kind of fun. If the Wi-Fi down here is bad, then I should do something else. What would you all like to see? If I can't live stream, is it worth the effort? Because my save file should be okay, and so I could upload the save file instead of just the raw stream, and the VOD would be better. It's probably what I'm going to do for this, seeing how lots of dropped frames. That's really ridiculous. Let me know. I don't think anyone's in chat right now, but if you are, let me know in chat, or let me know in the comments if you would want to see me figure out how to make streaming here work, or do I just put the build montage or build footage into the actual reviews of blasters. I don't think it's as fun, but if y'all would rather me do that, let me know. There we go. Yeah. Oh, I'm completely out of frame. I'm just putting in screwing the catch housing to the slide. It's really just spinning this Allen key around. I could probably have better microphone. My microphone's over on this side, so I keep looking straight or over to my left, and probably not helping my audio. But yeah. If anyone's in chat, let me know if the scratchiness is gone. If so, then it's my headphones, and I gotta figure out something different. Which might just mean getting a new set of headphones, because those are kind of old. Alright, what's next? We did that to take the pen, which I think is just a nail. It's just an air gun nail. Which, you know, smart, works. Flanger on one side, and the slide lock. He's loose, fit, too tight, won't function properly. And it goes like that. This goes in there. So that's pretty loose. That'll work. Catch. Okay. So now I need my catch spring and my catch. My sear. It's technically a catch block, I think. Okay, and the rounded edge goes forward. So I really just have to put, hold on. Okay, this is where this could get sketchy. Okay. All right, that's not sketchy at all. The only thing that actually holds the at this point of construction, the only thing that actually holds the catch plate in is the plunger, which means whenever you want to swap your spring, your catch spring is going to try to go springing everywhere. Interesting. I have no clue what the next step is. I just thought I'd get that bracket off there. Yep. So again, this is, I think, the step I saw, yeah, where I need some E6000 to hold the barrel in. I don't have that right now. I do have some, oh, it's slug slime. for the turnaround O-ring. Spin that round, just help that seal. And then I'll get some go-to glue or some E6000 or something to glue the barrel in later. I'm going to put a healthy dose of slug slime all over the plunger too. Just a good ring. It'll work itself around good enough. Because then I'm sliding this over this. Yep, just like that. This is kind of cool. This thing is cool. I was excited. This was kind of, even though yes, I left it up to a vote, this was my intention to be the first Patron Picks blaster. Just because it's small, it's a good place to start, and it's a cool blaster. I'm probably gonna keep this one though. Moving forward, if I feel a blaster doesn't have a place in my arsenal, I plan to do a giveaway on my Patreon with the blaster. But I don't know how often we're going to be doing the series. Probably every 2 or 3 months, so it's not going to be that often. So don't come hounding me on that. No pun intended. Yeah, really no pun intended. Even though I'm laughing at it because I like puns. This is gonna be a heavy blaster. I don't think I really realize that, but that front end is already getting quite heavy. Getting the pusher in. Make sure that the pusher will seat into the barrel, or at least into the. Oh, I guess that doesn't even seal into the barrel. That just seals into the turnaround. Huh. All right. That's really nice and compact. Damn. Did that and then slide the priming handle on. There. Yeah. The infield. No, that's not where priming handle stops. So, reading through the instructions and wrapping my head around the blaster before I printed it, I realized that this blaster actually has a locked breech, which is super cool because we don't get many of those in our hobby, and I will point that out probably once I got it more put together, because I don't think you can see it. You can see it well just having the slide in place. Okay. We're gonna take some small pressure. I'm gonna slide this guy forward. Just to there. Yep. Because I need one of my extension springs, and I need some tiny screws. I need a screwdriver. I hope this bit is fine enough. It should be. If not, I will find. Nope, that's gonna be just great. So I'm actually gonna start the screw in. On both holes. I'm gonna hook the screw on and tighten it down. Yeah. Oh, it's just partially screwed in anyway. Well. Slid right in. I don't really like that. Don't like how easily that went on. God, this blaster is cool. I'm already geeking out about it. Oh, man, this stream not go well. That's okay. Yeah, and hopefully hopefully the recording's okay, and just throw it up as a VOD. Not my preferred thing to do. I'd love it if y'all were here hanging with me, but we'll get it together for the next one. I think next time we're in the as if I was going to end war media, we're gonna do a into place. So so I have front frame trigger drops in because I'm gonna come in later and put my trigger spring in. And then I slide my upper into the back, I think. Okay. There we go. Cool. I think. Yeah. That slides in. Okay, now I've got my 12mm screws. At least 4. No, I need all 6 of them for the next 2 steps. 4 of them that go into my... It's a nice moment of making sure... I like this little greebly section right here above the trigger. I feel like it's a nice design moment of getting the sci-fi lots of greeblies aesthetic going, while also using it as an excuse to make sure the central bit of your blaster and the bit of your blaster that's going to be taking all your, or at least most of your spring force, is good and supported. I feel like someone at some point during the stream would have asked me, ooh, Gecko mode, hey, wagon. Oh, I hope you stick around. Yeah, we're throwing the Gecko around, but the stream's pretty rough, so don't worry. The VOD upload will be better than the stream is. My Wi-Fi is pretty weak down here. But yeah, Gecko build. I'm pretty stoked about it. This big hand cannon feels from this, which I'm always a fan of a cannon, of the hand variety. Oh. Yeah. A silly amount of hours into CP. Oh yeah, I haven't played the Cyberpunk 2077. I heard the release was rough, but I feel like that's true for almost every new video game. But it's actually really fun, and the fact that this is almost directly designed off of one of the weapons in the game is super cool. If you haven't, check out is it Dr. Pugh or Dr. Flux. Dr. Flux did like 3 builds. Well, I think one of them was a Gecko, but he did like 3 Cyberpunk builds real soon after the game came out that were really, really good looking. He did like an Auto Strife build and a couple others that just looked really, really nice. So, kind of wish someone would whip up a. Definitely very handy. Yeah, I don't know that specifically, but I was always a fan of playing. I think it's called Hunter in the Destiny games. The class that Cade 6 is, and as part of that, using the hand cannons, the big irons was always my way to go. And I actually had an idea recently for a way to do a Destiny style revolver hand cannon. Hey, Thirsty for Fun, how you doing? Yes, I do plan to be doing more. I had some issues. I was supposed to have a video up last Friday, but had some hardware issues, specifically the fact that I was in Florida and my laptop to edit and upload the video was in North Carolina. But I'm hoping to settle back into an every other week upload schedule, pretty, very regularly, and doing the occasional stream when I'm working on a project or have something to do. And I am working on launching a second channel that is mostly just as a way to make my other hobby a little more self-sufficient, but also a way to keep me playing some D&D. Yeah, I think you're right, Wagon. Yeah, no, and this is where one is close, the top slide, but it's got some different geometries in it, and it looks fancier, and so I feel like it gets more of a pass than and it doesn't. It's not just another Browning patent, whatever. It's not just another, works the same way but looks a little bit different. I hope at least my audio is coming through smooth. I don't know. It seems like we're almost done. How long have we been going? Oh, a little over an hour. Perfect. I was hoping this would take me about an hour. Yeah. Don't look down the barrel. Whatever. Oh, I'm completely messing this up. Not paying attention. Audio's fine. Just dealing with buffering. Yeah, like I've been saying, my Wi-Fi in this shop is really not great. I mean, it's worked for me before, but something about today I think is just bad. I'll look into it. And a print on one of these is, I don't know. I think I printed it in less than a week. Kind of being pretty casual about it, not being, perfect print to print timing. You could, if you were really on top of it, you could probably print one in. And if you're doing multiple parts at a time, you could probably print one in 2 or 3 days, if you really wanted to. But I kind of printed it one bit at a time, and definitely not in the most optimal order as far as filament color changes were. It was pretty fun. I just started trying to do YouTube, yeah, and live feeds on Facebook. That was just me narrating to myself. Yeah, no, and if you go back and watch the VOD of this stream, it's quite a bit of just me chatting to myself. All right, well that okay. This doesn't seem right. Hold on, let me see if you can see that. Huh. Where's my camera? Something ain't right. Something got twisted. But not ridiculously. Like that might be okay. Yeah, signal booster maybe. I'm not sure. And we might have one laying around somewhere. A signal booster is probably a good idea. Hold on, let's see. I put the magazine together already because I got impatient. Oh wait, but now I can get my finger in there. All right, so the magazine goes in just fine. Just gotta pull the release with my finger because I don't have the lever in. There it goes. So it might be okay. So it could just be that this isn't quite evenly tightened down. This is kind of proven to me. Between this and I'm working on getting my Devil Z concept pistol functional, again with the intention of it being my indoor sidearm, but not going to indoor. I could use a better set of Allen keys, especially if people are going to keep making blasters that use hex head hardware, because I've just been using the ones that came with my my printer. It's gonna be just fine. Okay. Little screws. Itty bitty screws. I want you to put in. No, I guess I should do the magazine release. I'm not sure if I have a long enough screw for the magazine release right now. I might have to order one. Or see, they usually don't have cylinder head screws at Ace, but I could check. clean. There's probably a dab of support material in this screw port. I'm fighting. Didn't bother to poke out with a poker. Now it's fighting me. Why is it fighting me? That's exactly what it is. No? No, it's not. Just hit the wall and then... No, I really messed things up. Something pokey. File will do. File should do. I just snapped the tip of my file off in it, so there's not gonna put a screw in that hole. I've got it. I can take an awl in there and poke that out if I really want to, but for right now, it's fine. And like I said earlier, I'm not going to be trying to review the blaster right now because I'm just getting it put together. So keep an eye out for the review on this guy. I don't know, probably about a month, given my upload schedule. And then with that video, I will also announce the candidates for the next Patron pick blasters. I've got some good ideas, and I think what I'm gonna do is whatever doesn't get picked off the previous polls are just gonna get recycled back through, and I'll just put a new option instead of whatever we just built, and I will always have the option of letting y'all request something and just suggesting a random blaster. Hopefully something I've never heard of, because kind of my whole point with this series, besides it being something that I can engage with my patrons a little more doing, is to build the stuff I would not have built on my own. To build maybe the more esoteric things or the scarier build things that y'all want to see someone else struggle with before you try to pick up yourself, or maybe some of the redundant things, because like I don't know, there's I love the Lynx so much. I honestly would like to build myself a Lynx for competitive play, but I like the Lynx so much. I don't know why you would ever find that. For me, nothing can beat it, and maybe we won't, and that'll be part of the thing. Woo! Last couple screws. I like that this thing uses for the trigger. It's a really slick mechanism to add on. I know it's not the only thing, and actually quite a few things use extension springs for the trigger spring, but I like the way this does it. Slides in right there. Sandwich on our rails. This. Well, that didn't stay on. Really a live stream unless I've dropped just about everything on the bench at some point. It's also just not me being in the shop working on something if I don't drop something 20 times. Who else is ridiculously clumsy when they're doing things that shouldn't make you clumsy? I don't know, kind of mundane things. Let me know in the comments. It's just me. Am I the only klutz? The only klutz here. I find that really hard to believe. Okay, I really don't want to dry fire this thing. But just like that, the trigger's disconnected. Gosh, that thing's cool. And that's on to how to make the magazine. So I put the magazine together. I'm gonna scroll back up so we've got a nice frame. I think it's gonna look just nice. And the red dots on pistols is cool. I like how small it is. It doesn't feel bulky. It actually feels nice and small, which is good because it's actually an iron sight in function. So if it was super bulky, then the sight picture alignment would probably be really, really janky. Sight post, that's really, really nice. Okay, so just the thing, because I can be nerdy about these things. I think it's cool. This is indeed a locked breech pistol. Where's my visuals? Oh, where am I? Okay. So it's a breech, obviously, so we can see down there. We understand it's a breech. But most Nerf things just rely on the friction of our sealing O-ring and either having a hand on the front or just the parts to hold it in place. But this guy actually has a lock right up here, which stops the breech from opening, which I think is going to be really important because the trigger pulls back along that axis. And like you get it in kind of anything with slam fire where if you back on this pushes that lever down. Okay, wait, I should probably explain the locking mechanism. So the locking surface is up here. That little tab locks against the frame. You pull back like that. And when you pull the priming handle bit of the side back, it pushes that down. Because it's just a little lever piece that sticks up here. And so this coming forward pushes it up. And you pull it back, it pushes it down, and then the slide can open up. Which I just think is super cool. F for the sidearm, +1 pistol size, hell yeah. Contemporary pistol red dot designs. Yeah, I'm not sure what that is. In game, they seem to be based on open vision and USPA rigs. Oh, cool. Yeah, I was such a future man. Yeah. Foam Knight. I like some of his designs. I've only ever built one, and it was his little break prime pistol thing. I couldn't get it fixing and working, and then I didn't really bother to get it working. But his designs are cool and kind of weird. I think I put everything together. It looks right. It feels right. Oh, hold on. I gotta get my magazine release in. Okay, so I didn't get it all together. Oh, I need an... Oh, I don't have hardware. For one, locking up my trigger spring. Yeah, locking measurement on the XE isn't super secure. Yeah, played with the one, and it was kind of his lighthearted, simple one that I mean, I've seen people build them and they've been great, but see, I'm wondering if what? I don't know what's happening right now. I am perplexed. Okay, so I'm wondering, because that feels like the catch is stuck. So I'm gonna take a little bit of tightness off the front here. Because it could be that I tightened down this front end so far that the catch plate's not able to slide. So I would not be surprised if that's the case. Oh man, so I'm just gonna keep looking away from the plaster. Okay. Okay, so my trigger is getting a little stuck. So I might not be getting full travel on my trigger. Is my trigger warped? Just wait for the VOD at this point, because this is when it's like it's janky and I have to start troubleshooting things, and the video feed is quite slow. Because that's a long trigger pull. Well, it fired. It fired once. Let's let him fire. Yep. And it primed again. But now the trigger's stuck. Well, have a good night, whoever still here. I gotta open this up and take a file to the back of the trigger ball. Where is it? The trigger's not sitting high enough up. Yep, I gotta open this guy back up. Okay, so it is primed. It is so that is compressed, and I'm gonna leave the slide back. The grip off. I'm never gonna have a better shot. I need to reprint the rear frame and reset. Looks cool though. I will give this this thing looks cool and it feels cool in the hand. It is very nice and chunky. Yeah. I got a feeling I'm gonna be here till the 2-hour mark because this is not good. That is torqued all the way to so torqued all the way to squeak. So working the Mark II, an orange one, nice. I really haven't gotten to play with any of the Nexus Pro, Dart Zone Pro stuff. I've gotten to I haven't gotten to mess with them much myself, but they seem like great blasters, and from everyone I've talked to has them. They love them. Even to the point of putting of making the Mark II accept talons, which just seems ridiculous to me. But hey, if it works for them and it makes sense, then I'm not gonna tell them not to do it, because it's kind of cool. But yeah, I think I'm too much of a fan of, well, one, printing and building my own blasters, but the just how easy detachable magazines are to use to switch to the DZP Mark II. Okay, see, I pulled that out and that is fine. Is it that it's pushed down? What? Oh, I do have a little bulge on that. It's probably that. Me, a file, but I'm going to start with a knife. Need some new X-Acto blades. These are all quite dull. They will do the job right now. So you know, kids, always be careful with X-Acto knives. They will always find your fingers and take your blood. They're little vampires that way. So I just have a little bit of warp in this print. It's the slightest bulge. I printed this bit at a really low layer height. It just looks like heat warping. That's just is bulged out, but it's the bottom of the print just a little bit. So I'm just taking the X-Acto knife just to that ridge, cutting it down just a little bit. It like a truck. Links is probably gonna go on my Patron picks list at some point, just because I want to build myself one, but I kind of don't need one for the arsenal, so I kind of need an excuse to build one. Because I got my Caliburn, which still works like a dream, and so there's no real reason to. That's coming from there, and this goes. Okay. Whew! Oh, I thought I lost a spring. There's no real reason to replace my Caliburn. But I do kind of like the links better. It just works a little bit smoother. And I like how compact it is. It'd be great. It's great for like Ion Rush. Those kind of games where hugging up against cover is a really big deal. The one time I'll admit that a bull pump is possibly beneficial. I'm kind of doing the same thing where I'm just taking a little bit of material off the back of this trigger, because I think that's where it was sticking. More than anything, really just trying to get the high spots off. and then a little taper. So I just come in with the shop vac and hoover it up instead of having to contend with all the stuff on the table. Could also be. I'm just trying to think of every spot that could be jamming up. Just hitting it with a file, a couple dozen passes. Just take a little bit of material off. Just why are they having electrical for dry. All right. Well, let's put the screws back in and see what happens. I will say I do like how smooth these threaded inserts are. Those were a breeze to get in, and you know, I'm not worried about stripping out my my joints. Hey Zach. Oh, dude, do not worry about being late. This stream is barely watchable, so I'm gonna make sure I upload the good recording, not the raw stream as the VOD. So just go back and watch it later, because at this point we're tuning it up, and as you can probably tell by now, my Wi-Fi is good. We actually got it all put together. I tried to pull the trigger and the trigger got stuck, so we took it apart and we're putting it back together. We're seeing if it works. And if it doesn't, we'll take it back apart and put it back together. We'll probably do that 2 or 3 times until I get too tired and too frustrated to keep going. Oh, that's what's happening. I'm tightening these bolts down and it's squeezing the trigger well together. So I just take a little torque, like half a rotation off these screws. That's why it's in. I could also file that space, and as it wears I'll probably be able to open that up, but that should be an easy fix. That should have us fixed. Should go together. So if we can get this a little bit cleaner. There's something about these frames don't quite want to line up quite perfect. Probably gonna reprint this white frame and figure out how to use that insert jig. Yeah, the troubleshooting of, oh man, it didn't work, now what do I gotta do, is always an interesting part of the build. Sometimes it takes 2 minutes, sometimes it takes 2 days, sometimes it takes a week. Which blaster did I have? I built something in the past year that took me like a week to troubleshoot. Oh, it was my my Bolty, my Renfield by Shellington. I kept snapping the bolts. I don't know why. I think it's because I was using that silk filament for the actual bolt. But I kept shearing them in half and shattering them. And I dry fired it once and split the upper receiver. That was a nightmare. But it's also a beta test model, and oh my gosh, the new version is so much better, so much stronger. So 10 out of 10 can recommend. Pick up a Renfield. It's actually one of my favorite blasters I've built in the past year. And really, this thing might become its sidearm. It's not a great pairing, but it is higher volume of fire than that is. It's definitely going to be lower power because my wind field is spicy right now. Not as spicy as I want it to get, and so I'm not quite ready to do the follow-up video on it. So I want it to hit like 300. It currently hits like 240, but I think I can tune up. I've just got a 16 mil barrel on it. I think I can polish up the barrel a little bit and squeeze out some more FPS, and I think I can refine the seals a little bit more and get it up to that, closer to that 300 point. This is like junk to paint for Joker decorations. For jacket decorations. I don't know if I would paint this blaster, honestly. Wait, I would maybe because I hope that's what we're referring to. Sounds like junk to paint for jacket decorations. I'm actually not sure. I'm reading that comment. I'm not sure what you're referring to there, and I don't want to make a fool out. Well, that's not true. I always make a fool out of myself, so why why should I stop myself now? I do have a little misalignment in these frames. Again, I'm probably going to reprint the white one, the rear frame. Nuclana, dude. Yeah, I'm. Oh, the shatter from Jonathan. Yeah, that was so fun. Yeah, Zach, I know you're from Nuclana. Man, that's a game. Maybe I can. I gotta see when the next Nuclana games are, because if there's one like this month or maybe next month, well, I might just be able to go to more Nuclana games moving forward, because I'm moving to South Carolina. Ooh, that could be fun. I mean, I love so much. The one game I got to go play was beginning of last summer. That was so much fun. Honestly, this would be a good blaster for Nuclana. All right, here goes. Nope. All right, trigger pull is fine. Is that? Oh, it's gonna be double feed, I think. I'd rather overfeed and jam it up, right? Yeah. 240 on a kid spring. Yeah. That's one of the things I really liked about the Lynx is it felt very fluid and efficient in its airflow. And so you didn't feel like you needed a super heavy spring to get crazy powerful performance. And I mean, this is basically a mini Lynx. I thought I did. Right now, it's Slamfire only. I think. Prime. Yeah. No, it's not. September, maybe. Next event is Airsoft, I think. Wouldn't bother me for video stuff for Nuclana testing. Yeah, I'll let you know, Zach. I don't airsoft currently, But and once, well, we'll see. Once my season starts up, all bets of me making it to Any Wars are off, so it's really just this summer. But I should be moving in the end of August. So I might be able to make it to that September event. And maybe I just bring some high power Nerf stuff to mess with y'all. Because like I said, I'm trying to get my Renfield up 300 FPS. And I know people do crazy things with these, so that could be a workable sidearm. But also, like, do you actually need that much range on your sidearm? You can also probably get up pretty cheap, like CO2 airsoft something. I'm sure I can spit it. Oh, that's so cool! I didn't know that. Oh, that's awesome. Man, I do not know what's going on. Oh, the barrel's dropping down. That's part of it. Gritty realism vibes that I think a post-apoc LARP can really benefit from. I think it can be great. I just personally, you know, I airsoft like maybe 3 times when I was in like high school, middle school, something. I don't remember. I might have fully just broken this thing. Yep. But yeah, I think it's interesting that that y'all do use airsoft. It can be cool. It can work. I mean, if it works for y'all and y'all don't have safety problems, then yeah. See, a couple reasons airsoft doesn't interest me much, and I mean, I got into nerfing for the build and for the kind of prop side of it. So airsoft doesn't interest me for, you know, exactly the same, nearly as much. But yeah, but it can work. Broke my sentinel. Ooh, that's it feels bad. I have a sentinel that was stepped on, but it still works. It's just janky. So I'm planning. I eventually want to cut it up and put it in an integration because, oh man, I love all things lever action. I would love to make like a sci-fi looking Destiny lever action thing, just because, man, it'd be sexy. But I've been too busy. I don't know. I guess I must have found it like 2 years ago. I guess I found it pretty soon after I started the channel, actually. But yeah, I've been too busy to tackle that project, and well, really for any integrations, I'm sitting right here with the remnants of an integration project that's never going to happen because, well, the links exists. Oh, and then a integration project I would actually like to finish is sitting right there. Oh wait, I was gonna fly with the world that thing. That's still kind of interesting. Maybe. Who knows? Blast Building has in this. Yeah, it's just, and I always like to do something with my hands, and I've always been someone to make something. My older brother and I both, and whereas he took the route where he now makes stuff professionally, so he builds stuff all day. I did not, and so Gotta build stuff in my free time. Incorporating airsoft has been a process, yeah. When north back and forth, north is still allowed during the airsoft events. It gets a boost to damage for airsoft. Oh yeah, then yeah. If I make it to that September game, I'm just gonna bring high power nerf if it gets a damage boost. So again, if I can scrounge up like a cheap CO2 pistol, I might take that just because I can play that game too. But like, man, I'll rock up with the Renfield throw like last time because I brought the Winchester last time. Rock the Shellington shells and what is that? Oh, the catch is just getting really stuck. But I forgot that prepared for the fourth time. Nice. I know Brass Breach and K25 is kind of where I'm leaning with my Sentinel build too. Yeah, no, it's just the Shellington stuff is so much fun. And it was so cool to be able to bring something unique to the game as the newbie and show y'all something y'all hadn't really interacted with before, and it was fun. Else, really, but yeah. Power nerf is weird. Springer sniping, otherwise ammo capacity challenge. Yeah, I mean, ammo capacity in nerf in general is a challenge. I mean our base, our smallest ammo type is 50 caliber, so like it's just kind of ridiculous. The ammo storage conundrum in nerf is real. And I mean, half darts help a lot, but they're still thick and we still only have single stack magazines, and so it's still kind of the same thing. The same problem. And Rival doesn't actually get around it with the hoppers. It just means you have more on hand, but it's still running Talon mags, which are okay. We'll be generous, 16 rounds, which is nothing compared to. Okay, maybe you get the curves and it's 18. It is 16 to 18 rounds, which is nothing when you compare to like competitive airsoft, competitive paintball. We have 100 per magazine. I don't know. I think it's more interesting. And it also is, I think, one of the things that makes games like HVZ really only playable with nerf. It's the short ranges and the low capacities that make HVZ kind of impossible to play with any other blaster system, because otherwise it's almost impossible to tag a human as a zombie. It's already hard enough. So nerf was great. Any prolonged firefight during your testing is definitely one-sided. Yeah. The character ended up having to pick up a pistol to supplement him and moving to closer range. Yeah, that's kind of. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking, and it's probably a pretty good meta, especially if regular nerf gets a damage buff. like half darts get a damage. And like even with what did I tune that guy into? Like I tuned the lever action, the wing like 110 FPS, and I could make hits across basically everywhere there. So if you can find some way to do a higher capacity airsoft pistol to supplement something like something like a Lynx would be fun, but even something like the Shellington half dart blasters, the Renfield and the Winchester, which I think are just so great for those LARP events, then okay, if you're in a prolonged firefight, you're probably going to want to be moving a little dynamically just so you don't get pinned down and stuck. Having to change to something a little closer range isn't a bad option. Okay, that caught. And you have those regulars get moved up from regular damage to yellow. So they've AP and okay. And I'm guessing both Mega and Rival are then, what is it? Red damage is the next one up. That is AP and 2 damage or whatever. Okay. Ah! Maybe? Mega and Rival stay where they are, AP and Heavy respectively. Oh! Ooh, I had a question for you. I have a Centurion. Yes. Anything you think we could do to make it a viable blaster? I think this catch spring's too heavy. That's a fun question. So yes, I could. It kind of shoot. I think the catch spring's too heavy. Okay, your Centurion. I right now in my head could plan a build that makes your Centurion select fire at probably 100 FPS, if not higher. Semi-automatic, full automatic. It's doable. You basically set it up like my Strefo Mark II with a solenoid with a select fire board in it. And you do a flywheel setup and you just gut it. You use it for the shell and the mag well placement. And either 3D design and 3D print your caging for the internals, which you could take something like a Griffin and remix. Or you leave the shitty internals and you put an afterburner on it, which is easier build-wise. Still makes it loud, still has to be flywheel. I don't think, because I haven't seen anyone, and I don't think I'm brave enough to try to get the stock internals, or at least the reverse plunger ratchet craziness internals, to be any higher power. So, yes, can totally be a viable blaster and stay mega. It's also a very viable blaster if you gut it and stick a Strife inside or a Rapid Strike inside and use it as just a body modification for an integration. one of the most beautiful examples of is look at Mr. Nathan's Hellion, maybe? Or Hellhound, maybe? No, I don't know. Or some. Avoided those mag and handle blasters so far. I barely used the secondary. The mod budget doesn't allow for him. Yeah, I have a couple. I have this. I have a Devil Z concept that I'm working on getting up and running, and I have that might be it. I built a magpie. I think they're fun. The form factor's fun because it gives you that real steel feel. But being able to print my own magazines is definitely helpful. For that whole thing, that could be fun. $5, we can do with that. Honestly, $5. If you go to a Goodwill, find a Zeus for $5, you could make something janky that works. Exactly. Just find a rival flywheel cage, slap it in. You can make it work. As far as making it work, I am kind of stumped because it's really the catch. I just think that catch springs too. I have a couple. Let's try a bin catch spring. The Hellfire's got that super smooth trigger. Nemesis gives you the flywheel spacing. Steal a mag well off something. Yeah, that'd be super cool. Very could be very Bolter-esque in dimensions with the no stock big round. Yeah, that could be cool. I like that. If you ask me, of all the rival hopper blasters, the Nemesis has the best ergonomics. It's a shame that they made it the worst one. Again, one of these days I'm going to get my hands on a Prometheus and I'm going to put a shoulder stock on it and it will be fun. But I have yet to find a Prometheus for less than $100. And I do not have that kind of money. If I had a printer, I'd probably have a ton of... Yeah, that's really one of the reasons why most of my blasters are printed, and then most of my non-printed blasters have printed parts, is because it's just so stupid easy to make minor upgrades or even just cosmetic changes because we have such a huge community around printed parts for blasters. It's great. If you follow me on Instagram, you probably saw that I wasn't super happy at my 3D printer a little earlier this week. In fact, I think that was yesterday. But that's part of the thing. See, that's just a honkin' strong catch spring. That there's the catch spring baggie. You know, I have all these little Ziploc bags because of this hardware kit, which honestly, this hardware kit is great. What I do is a Busby Boss or the other one. Yeah, that sounds like. Video is choppy, but audio is much better. Well, hey, at least we got that. And again, I'll pull the recording from OBS for the VOD, and that'll be smoother. So if anyone actually wants to watch the build, there will be that. Why did OBS just give me a notification to tell me that notifications from this application pop up? That's annoying. Well, they're caught. Yeah? Hey! Oh my gosh. She twerks! Wait. Oh. Oh, we just short-stroked it. It works! So the catch spring Silver Fox Industries sent me was way too strong. Because this is catching just fine. And I got the HVZ spec spring because I plan this to be kind of a close quarters pistols game blaster or a sidearm. Channeling any paperclip from yes, it working. Oh man, that's I hope you can find the motivation again, because honestly, I saw moto strikes on shelves for like a month and I haven't seen one since. So I just wish they would release the magazines. But Zach, if you want more, if you want to talk about Centurion possibilities, hit me up on Instagram or something, and we can chat more, and I can send you some reference videos if I can find any. Try to help. Because, like, cool idea. Now, this guy. And I'm pretty sure these are the longest bolts I have. And so if these guys don't fit, I gotta source. But I think the Thingiverse said or suggested a 40 mil, and these are 35. Yeah, need about 5 more millimeters on that. But that'll at least. I like the placement of that magazine release. The throw on it's really far, but yeah, I just need a 40 mil M3, which I might have. I might have M4. I can't remember. I have to check my hardware box. Sure think the messenger. Yeah, messenger's fine. Yeah, just however. Hey, good times. Welcome to the very end of the stream where we just got the dang thing working. After a long time. I'm gonna load up the magazine a little bit more and do a little bit of plinking and give y'all my initial thoughts of it. Besides the fact that my mag release needs some work and a screw that fits. But like, aesthetics wise, that's pretty sharp. Hold on. Oh. Be very careful when looking down the barrel of your blasters. I would highly suggest iPro at all times, but I'm gonna pull that because that's gonna fall off. Hey, thanks for the love from Wisconsin. Maybe you one day. Yeah, no, tell me about Shelf's projects. That's pretty nice. Ooh, hold on. I like this a lot. Like I like this a lot. I need to glue in the barrel, and I want to get the scar barrel thing working, but I think I gotta do some filing. This thing is. Oh man, this thing is super. Oh man, that's good stuff. That is that's pretty cool. Okay. Well, it is indeed a beaut. Well, it works. I guess now oh man, it is 9:40. I need to clean up so I can go to bed. Yeah, and again, it's designed off of one of the weapons from the Cyberpunk 2077 game, so it definitely has that near future vibe. But like, it's canon. It's bulk, but it's not super thick, so like it shouldn't be a problem to holster. Man. Oh man, and the fact that it is slam fire, but with that lock on the breech, you don't have to worry about just pulling the trigger, and the faux dot up top actually gives a really nice sight picture. And okay, that's fun. That is absolutely great. I'm going to end the stream there. I know the latency is bad, so if someone asks a question right now, I'll answer it in chat. But thanks everyone who hung out and worked through this blaster with me, and thanks for dealing with the suboptimal stream quality, but we worked with what we got, and I'll see you all next time.